everyone, welcome to the 1st of April's videos. I'm keeping in line with my April challenge, which is to scrapbook a layout that's not 12 by 12. So I'm going to complete an A4 layout today, and if you fancy giving an A4 layout a go, the dimensions are 8¼ inches across and 11¾ inches height wise. And all I've done is I've gone round my layout with a green pen. I'm using the Cartabella Silly Goose collection, which it wasn't really me, or I didn't think it was me, but actually this is a really versatile collection. I can see this being used like for babies and toddlers as well as my dogs, and that's who I'm scrapping today. So this is Jude, my youngest cockapoo. I'd actually put his food bowl up on the sofa so that I could hoover the floor, and he decided that actually the food bowl up on the sofa really didn't matter. He could still eat, and that's what he did. He jumped up there and started to eat his food. Crazy dog. So what I've done so far is I've stuck one of the doilies down out of Sarah's April embellishment kit. So it had a couple of the white doilies, one of which I've used. Then it's got a couple of silver ones. It's got some lovely, I don't know what you call it, sort of braid, but it's like, obviously it's flowers. Then there's a couple of like charms that I've just put on bowl pins. So a butterfly there and a butterfly, and a bee, sorry. A couple of white flowers, a couple of other flowers, some clouds, a heart, some snails, and some wooden bits. I've used some of the kit already, but that's what I've got left to use today. So the first thing I'm going to do, or I've done, is on one of my pieces of paper, I've used a slot punch, and I've just threaded my ribbon through it. And this is the ribbon out of the embellishment kit. So it's a really nice sort of silky, I don't know if it's seam binding actually. It's got that sort of feel to it, so it might be seam binding. So I'm going to stick that down. So, and I'm sort of making a corner layout this time. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. And what I'm trying to do is, like we all do, I end up with quite a sort of lot of scraps. Now some of them are just too small to use anyway, so I bin them. I know, don't hate me for it, but I do bin them. But I've got a lot of them that can still be used, so I'm going to, or I'm going forward, I'm going to try and use as many of the scrap bits as I can. So I'm just popping that there, and then I'm just layering those up there. So I ripped the doily when I was sticking it down, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So, and now I'm going to use another few bits of, again, scraps. And I've distressed all the edges on these. I wanted distressed. And I've used half of a frame, and I'm going to see if I can use the other half, but I'm not bothered if I don't. So I'm going to stick this bit down. I love all the pastel-y colours in this. I'm not normally a pastel-y person, but then saying that, I don't know, what sort of colours are you? I think it just all depends what's in the collection for me. So I'm just going to stick this down, and I'm actually going to pop that a little bit further across and put that under there. Then can I get that under there? Yeah. So I think I'm going to stick that like there and that there. Oh, I like it when a plan comes together, as you know. So let me just put a bit of tape on that. And I'm just going to slot that underneath like so, she says, as she moves her layout. Okay, so I'm just doing that, and then I'm going to stick this along the top there. So I don't want them all level, I want them a little bit sort of uneven. That's the word I was looking for. I think it just adds a little bit of interest to your layouts. And I think, am I going to use that? Oh, I don't know. Actually, that'll look quite good there, won't it? Could use that there. So I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue on that, if it'll come out. There you go. Just takes a little bit of persuading. And then I'm just going to pop that under there, like so. And I'm going to put my photo down. I've already put the foam pads on the back, so I'm just going to take those off. And my photo is going to go about there. That's it. So I've sort of made an L shape, and it'll just mean that people looking at your layout, it'll draw their eye down and then along. I always try to get my layout so that people do look around the layout. I remember being told that when I very first started scrapbooking, that if you can get the people's eyes going around the layout, then they'll see everything. So I've got a little tail, which I'm just going to balance. I'm going to pop it there and just balance it up with this colour. And I'm going to put just some foam pads on this one. I didn't put them on before the video because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do, if I'm honest. I wasn't sure if I was going to put them flat or whether I was going to raise it up a little bit, but I think I'm going to raise it up a little bit. And then I've got a little flower circle, which I have already put on the back, so I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to pop that on there, actually. There you go. So that's that. So that essentially is my layout, but I'm going to just pop a couple of the flower, a couple of bits of the embellishment kit on there. I like that there. So with the crocheted flowers, I always use my wet glue and just dab it on. Get as much of the glue coming out as you can, and then I'm just dabbing it on the back of my flower, like so. And then I'm going to just pop that down there, like so. Now I think I'm going to use one of the pink ones as well. I'm just going to pop that down there. So again, I'm going to use my wet glue, put a big dollop of that just in the middle. Okay, and put that there. There you go. Pop that down. Now my title, I'm actually going to use the sticker sheet, and there's one like an oval with the silliest goose around. I think that's perfect for Jude because he is a bit of a silly goose. So I'm going to take that off there. Now I've used this before, but I've got one of these EK Success talcum powder things, so you can use it on the back of your stickers. So you just dab it a little bit and rub it on the back of your sticker, and it just takes that sticky away. So I've not had one for a huge amount of time, but I wouldn't be without it now. So I'm just, don't you just love it when the back comes off you as well? So I'm just going to put a line of pads down there, like so. Take off the backs. 2, 3. think I'm going to stick that there. The Silliest Goose. There you go. So that's the title. Now, is there anything else that I want to use on here? Oh, there's so many nice things. I'm never quite sure what to use, if I'm honest. Do you know what? I think I'm going to leave my layout there. I think if I put anything else on it, it's going to spoil it. I have got some dots actually, so I might just use a couple of the little ones and just put them around the flowers there. There you go. Just, yeah, that's there. Right, okay. So this is my A4 layout using the Cartabella Silly Goose collection and the April embellishment kit from Sarah. I hope you've enjoyed that video, and it gives you an idea how you can scrap on a smaller size layout. Watch out for my next video because I'm going to do a different size again. Until next time, bye bye.